Good afternoon, and welcome to the 800 Credit Score Man Show. I'm your host, Kevin King. He is I, and I am him, the 800 Credit Score Man himself. And once again, thank each and every one of you for coming in and listening to the 800 Credit Score Man Show. I truly, truly appreciate it each and every time I get to talk to you guys, come to you on these airwaves. I truly appreciate it, and I'm glad that you guys listen. I hope you've learned some things, all that good stuff. So again, thank each and every one of you guys for coming in and listening to the 800 Credit Score Man Show. Today is the last show for 2018. Yes, I can't believe we've gone through an entire year. 2018 is basically in the books. It's in the books. It's done. You can put a bow on it. So, hey, thank you guys as always, for coming in and listening to the show. Today, we're going to talk a little bit about what happened in 2018, what happened there, and then we're going to look toward the future, 2019, and see what are we going to do not necessarily with the show, but what are we going to do necessarily with your credit scores? What are we going to do with your credit and your debt and help you in your financial situation? How are you going to make goals and be able to achieve them as well come 2019? So that's what we're going to do today. It's been a couple of weeks. It's been a couple of weeks since I've been on the air. Took a little hiatus, if you will, a little vacation around the Christmas holidays. So I miss saying Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, whatever it is you celebrate around this particular season. I want to say happy. I hope it was merry for you. And then I got to say Happy New Year, because it's coming up. I won't talk to you again before the new year. So I hope you have a safe holiday all around, and that you make the goals that you want to have for 2019, and you actually put a plan in place to achieve those goals. So I want to say Happy New Year to everybody out there as well. So let's jump into the show today then. Let's get into it a little bit. So we're going to take, like I said, we're going to take that look back. First of all, since it's been a couple of weeks, I got like a million shout outs. So let me throw out a couple of them right quick so we can get through the show for you guys. It might be a short one today. So I'm just doing a little recap. So it might be a short one today. I got to shout out Kellen King. Yes, that's one of my little cousins, youngest among us. He turned 5, the future firefighter. Yes, Kellen, he celebrated a birthday. Dante Denson, that's my nephew, you guys. He celebrated a birthday on Christmas Day. Yes, he's a Christmas baby. You hear this guy's name at the end of every show. I got my three sons that I talk about. Well, Kobe celebrated his birthday on the 25th as well. Yes, another Christmas baby. So happy birthday to Kellen, to Dante, and also happy birthday to Kobe as well. On that same day, Anthony Boulware, a long time friend of mine, celebrated his birthday on Christmas, as well as Peter Baum. So let me throw all those Christmas babies out there. Happy birthday to you guys. Brandon Bradley, he also celebrated a birthday. That's one of my cousins as well. He celebrated a birthday right around Christmas. It might be Christmas Eve. He celebrated a birthday, so happy birthday to you, Brandon, as well. All right, so let's talk a little bit about this year, 2018. So my goal always is to try to bring you some information maybe you didn't know, maybe present it to you in a different way where it actually finally clicks for you, or give you the motivation to actually start doing some things when it comes to your learning. So knowledge is power, right? But if you don't do anything with that knowledge, if you don't implement it in some form of fashion for your benefit in the best light possible for you, then it's for naught. So I hope that you learned something this year from the show. Did I repeat something enough times that it stuck in your head? I hope I did that, because yes, that's on purpose. You may think, oh my God, this dude is not talking about this particular subject yet again, or he is not saying www.annualcreditreport.com yet again for the 9th time in this particular show. That's done on purpose. So things are done for a purpose. I do that for a purpose because I tell you this, I will have a conversation about www.annualcreditreport.com, for instance, with someone, or I'll talk about it on the show. And like I said, I'll say it 9 times in the show and guarantee somebody's going to hit me up. Somebody's going to text me. Somebody's going to call me. You can always call me or text me, 312-600-5855. Not on Saturday mornings. You know I'm preparing for the show. And then during the afternoon, I'm doing a whole bunch of follow-up from questions and things that happen with the show. But you can always text me or call me, 312-600-5855. You can do that. But guarantee, after I said it 9, 10, 12 times, somebody's going to hit me up and they're going to say, what's that website again? What's that website again? So that's why I continually say those kinds of things, to repeat them, because I get those questions always. What's that website again? That kind of thing. So I always do it, and I always tell you guys, do not Google this. Do not Google it. Don't put it in your Bing or whatever it is you're using. Don't put it in that search engine, because you'll come up with all kinds of things that are very close to www.annualcreditreport.com, but they're not quite right. But that's where you're supposed to go to get your free credit report. You know, you can get your credit report from Equifax, from Experian, and TransUnion, all three of them there once every 12 months. You can get it, and it's not January to December. If you get the one now, then in 12 months, you can get another one. So that's how it works there. If you don't get your Experian until June, then 12 months from June, you can get your Experian again for free there. Of course, if you've been listening to the show, you know you can get your credit report free at a variety of places. Some of them being like Credit Karma and Credit Sesame, those kinds of places. You can get it for free there. You know you can get it for free if you're denied credit anywhere. If you file a dispute, and whether it comes back in your favor or not, you can get your credit report free, yet again, once you file a dispute. And several states around the country allow you to get your credit report for free more than once. So if you need help trying to look that up, that you can Google. But if you need help trying to look that up, of course, you can always contact me. Email me, 800@creditscoreman.com. Let me know what state you're in, and I'll figure it out. It's only about 9 states. I know Georgia is one of them, because I deal with people in Georgia all the time. So I happen to know that Georgia is one of those states where you can get your credit report for free more than once. So those are the kinds of things that I hope happen for you guys this year. You know, I repeated something. You were able to get it stuck in your head. You know exactly where to go. You know exactly what to do. But again, anytime you have an issue, anytime you have a question, when it comes to your credit, you just contact me at any one of those places. You can also always catch me on Facebook. Go to my fan page. It's 800 Credit Score Man. Check me out on there. Like it. Like the page, all right? Do me a favor, like the page. If you've gotten anything, any tidbit, any credit tip or whatever that helps you, please go to my page, like that page there. Follow me on Instagram. I'm at 800 Credit Score Man on Instagram. Follow me on Twitter. I'm at Credit Score_Man on Twitter. Follow me all those places. You know, I throw out things throughout the week and whatnot. But more importantly than any and all of that stuff, if you got something from this show, you learned something from the show that you can implement in your credit to make your credit scores go up, because that's the whole point and purpose, right? For you to increase your credit scores. That's going to lower the interest rates that you pay, and that's going to save money. That's going to put money in your pocket. If you've learned some of those things, I hope you took action on them, because it does no good to have all this knowledge in your head and not actually implement it. Manipulate the system for what you know in your favor. That's the whole point behind all of this stuff. That's the whole point behind you reducing your debt. That's the whole point behind you writing a goodwill letter or what have you. The whole point is to help you increase your credit scores. So you've got to implement these things. Sometimes they'll work. And quite frankly, sometimes they won't work for whatever reason. There's a myriad of reasons why some things will work and others won't. But hopefully you are tackling some of those things. So let's look back at 2018 right quick. So we started out the year talking about your debt. I think I basically spent the whole first quarter in some form of fashion talking about your debt and how your debt impacts your credit scores. So we started out talking about your debt, how it's going to impact that score, and that still holds true to this day and for the foreseeable future. So this is just not 2018, 2019, probably 2020. Your debt and your credit will go, and they do go hand in hand. So while you're evaluating your finances, with this new year coming, a lot of people are doing that. We're trying to look to save more, or actually in your bank accounts, or if you're trying to save on, cut some expenses somewhere, you're cutting your cable or whatever it is you're doing. You're looking at your cell phone plans and all that stuff to try to save some money here and there. Then this is the kind of things that you want to do. So we spent a whole bunch of time evaluating them. And so while you're doing this, just know that when you tackle your debt, that can and it will increase your credit scores as well. So you kill two birds with one stone by doing that. You tackle some debt, you increase your credit score. Now to be clear, lowering your credit card debt is what you need to do. Not paying off your car note, not paying off your student loan, although they may help you financially. They'll help you financially. If you got a $600 car note and that bad boy's gone, then you got $600 in your pocket, right? You got $600 in your pocket every month that you had been paying. So financially, that's probably good for you in certain circumstances. In certain circumstances, that's going to be good for you. So although they may benefit you financially, they don't positively impact your credit the way paying off or paying down your credit card debt would. So if you got additional money and you've got credit card debt out there, you need to take a look at your calculations. You should know by now that you want to get to no higher than 30% of whatever your limits are. So whatever your limits are, you want to get to no higher than 30% of that. So if you've got $20,000 worth of credit card not balances, but limits, $20,000 worth of limits, you can charge up to $6,000. That's 30%. So if you got balances, no matter if it's on one card or 19 cards, if you got balances and they are equal to or less than 6,000, you should be at or lower than 30% of your utilization when it gets down to that. So you want to be no higher than that. Now, some people have been hearing this, but not hearing it, if you understand me. So I've been saying about this 30%. That doesn't mean you need to be at 30%. That's not where you want to be. You really want to be at 0. That's where you really want to be, because then you're not paying any interest or anything of that nature, and that's good for your credit score. But you just don't want to be any higher than 30% when it comes to it. Now, overall, it's great. Overall, it's great if you're at that 30% overall, but it's even better if you're at 30% on each one of those cards or less, 30% or less on each one of those cards. That's even better than being 30% overall. So you got 5 cards, 2 of them are at 50% debt utilization, but no balance on the other 3 at all. And when everything washes out, your debt utilization at 25%, that's very good. That's very good. But it would be better if you can get those 2 under 30% as well. And we've talked plenty of times about how to get there. How do we do this? How do we get our credit card debt down and whatnot? Or how do we get our utilization down and whatnot? So, of course, you can always throw some more money at it if you can. You can use the snowball method, which is my preferred method. I've talked about it plenty of times. I'm pretty sure if you Google that somewhere, you'll find what the snowball method is, which is basically you're going to take the credit card with the lowest balance, and you're going to start to pay that one off first. So if your payment is only $25 a month and you can find another 100, you're going to pay 100 to pay on it. Then you're going to pay $125 a month until it's gone. And then once it's gone, you're used to paying $125, right? And you got these other cards out there. The next card that now has the lowest balance, you take that $125, and let's say you were paying $50 a month on that particular card as your minimum payment. Now you're paying the $50 plus the $125. That's $175 a month until that card is gone. And you continue to build on that until all of your credit card debt is gone. That's the snowball. Then there's the avalanche. The avalanche basically works the same way, but instead of taking the lowest balance and starting with that one, you take the one with the highest interest rate. So the one with the highest interest rate, you pay that off. No matter what the balance is, that's the one that you target and you pay off first. So those are some of the ways that you can get your debt utilization down. You can also get your debt utilization down by obtaining another credit card. Obtaining another credit card. I don't think I've mentioned that much at all on the show or not. You can get your debt utilization down by obtaining yet another credit card. So let's say you apply for another credit card. You got decent credit. You got a 700. You got a 720. Even you got a 695. You got enough where you can get another credit card, a regular credit card, not a secure card. Where you can get a regular credit card, and let's say they give you $2,500 balance. Well, that increases